Ten.
Semi to Tick Studio.
7, 6.
Semi
5,
camera 1, mics 1 and 2.
3, 2, 1.
Tick Studio.
Good afternoon, MCHS. I'm Tony Nault.
And I'm Tim Evans. On today's show, I have an interview with MCHS badminton coach Trevor Bodner about the start of the team's season, a look at the recent blood drive, and a very dramatic French immersion class project, and even some home movies from my partner in crime here filmed during a spring break trip to BC. First, our top story.
MCHS is known for its talented student body, from its sports to its academics. However, there is a variety of talent in our school, and we gave them the opportunity to show their abilities in the MCHS Coffee House auditions. When MCHS academic accomplishments, it boasts in its talented student body. The high school annually holds a talent show called Coffee House to let high schoolers with different interests and talents perform for all to see. Students audition to a panel of judges in the music room.
My motto for freestyle dancing is just practice, 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 and just keep going. And if you can't perfect it, just keep trying and keep it up. I just love performing, and dancing's been a part of my life since I started dancing back in grade 6, and it's just been a part of my life ever since.
Along with our dancers, there was a large number of singers. I asked Callie McDonald what it was like auditioning.
My sister and I, Kirsty MacDonald, we played guitar and sang a mashup of Little Talks and Home to kind of shake things up a little, because every time we do perform together, it's we just do a normal song, and Kirsty had come up with the idea and we wanted to kind of play around with it, and so we decided that Coffee House would be a good way to kind of figure it out and actually make the mashup. We chose to audition for Coffee House because Kirsty had done it last year, and I went and watched her and I thought it was really cool, and we had performed for grad benefit together, so we decided that if we'd done that, Coffee House seemed pretty cool to do, so we decided to just audition, see how it goes.
This has been Anthony Nault with MCTV News. Welcome to MCTV, Mr. Bodner. Today on the show we have with us the badminton coach, Mr. Trevor Bodner, to discuss with us the 2013 badminton season. So thanks for joining us today.
No problem.
So we're going to have some questions. What does it take to be on the badminton team?
Well, you need the skill and the commitment level required. So we started out with tryouts, and people had to come out, and they have to obviously commit, first of all, to the Monday and Wednesday practices for about 4 weeks. And our tournaments that come up, they have to be able to commit to those. And then they end up playing against other people in grade 11 and 12. There are 3 levels, the juniors, intermediates, and seniors. And they have to play against them, and essentially we can only take the top 2. So what they end up doing is playing off, and the top 2 we end up taking to our tournaments out to Westlock and Barhead.
Oh wow. So what measures do you take to make sure that you have a successful year with those players that you choose?
The key is we run them through some drills and skill practice to make sure that they're prepared for their tournaments and upcoming games against them. So we spend a lot of time with serving, and give them a few tips on how to beat some of the players in their skill level.
Oh, okay. So what does it take? You know, there's more popular sports in the school, like basketball and volleyball.
Yeah.
How do you get badminton to stand up against those kind of sports?
I think a little bit in phys ed. The phys ed teachers do a good job of trying to raise the awareness of badminton. And one thing about badminton, a lot of people enjoy it because it's a fairly simple sport to play for as far as the basic skills go. Mm-hmm. So sometimes we get people coming out because, you know, volleyball and basketball sometimes are a little more difficult to learn, whereas badminton, you grab a shuttle and a racket, and if you can hit it, you know, people come out and enjoy that. So we get a few people coming out. The game of badminton is a little different than just hitting the shuttle back and forth. And they learn that pretty quick when we start. But yeah, it's fairly popular, especially, you know, so a lot of people say, oh, I've played it at the lake, or I've played it here. And so we get a lot of people that come out because they've enjoyed it in those places before.
I see. So, it's a fairly simple sport, but obviously there's people who are really good at it, right? So
Yeah.
what does it take to be a really good athlete at badminton?
Is a lot of the skills that we'll teach you about is the serving, and a lot of it is the competitive nature. A lot of people think that badminton, again, is just hitting it back and forth. Well, the game is not like that at all. Mm-hmm. The game is, you're trying to get the shuttle onto their court on the ground before they do it to you, essentially. So a competitive edge is to, how am I going to get this player moving around more than me, and get them to get them moving around so I can win these points.
Yeah.
So I think the skills is what we teach to get them to be a competitive badminton player.
Wow, that sounds really cool. Well, thanks for answering my questions.
Good. Hopefully we'll see you out there next year, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
So please stay tuned. We'll be right back after the commercial break.
Over 4 million crashes are caused by distracted drivers in North America a year.
Drivers have less than half a second to react to a collision.
20 to 30% of accidents are caused by distracted drivers.
Distracted drivers are more likely to crash than attentive drivers.
Thumbs down to texting and driving. Don't do it.
What a great cause to give for, Tim. Tim, you missed all the good weather here.
Yeah, I saw it, but I was cruising on the Yangtze, getting a nice tan and plus 27.
I bet we won't be getting into that squid-loving weather here, eh?
Not yet, but there's still some tension between us and Mother Nature here in the capital region. But you know what? 7 days more and it'll be fine. We just have to suffer for 7 more days, and then on the 8th day, it should be nice. It's already improving across Vancouver at 12 degrees. Regina's at 0. Whitehorse is at -3. Yellowknife is at 5. Iqaluit is at -3 and partly cloudy. Winnipeg is at +1. Toronto in the rain at 8 degrees. And in the Maritimes, it's snow-rain mix in Newfoundland at 3 degrees. Halifax is at 9. And Montreal is at 10 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Let's take a look at our Alberta forecast. Alberta, please. Thank you. High level, pretty much the whole northern section of the province is getting rain, and Red Deer is getting actually a snow-rain mix. So that's treacherous roads along Highway 2. So be careful if you're going down there after school. Banff is at 9 degrees, Medicine Hat 13, partly cloudy skies, and Calgary is in the partly cloudy skies at 11 degrees. Let's take a look at our current conditions. Currently in Morinville, it's 3 degrees, winds coming out of the southeast at 11 kilometers an hour. Sun rose today at 6:44 a.m. and it will set tonight at 8:26 p.m. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast, please. Thank you very much. Now, here's what I was saying about Tuesday, looking nice. Sunny skies, too. We're still below, but you know what? We're going to climb back up there. Saturday, chance of snow, so don't put away those shovels yet. Wednesday, today is supposed to be expecting a little bit of rain, but it should be improving come Tuesday. That is your forecast, Morinville. Back to you, Tony.
Thanks, Tim. MCHS is a school that offers a wide variety of course options, including many French immersion classes. Some of these classes get together under the guidance of Madame Boucher and performed a French drama. Reporter Amy Lung got the first front row ticket of the dramatic play.
There's many ways to make school plays fun. Since this one is a French play, the students had the opportunity to speak the French language and also chosen this play for their audience.
It's just a different way to present some classroom material. There's a unit they do for public speaking, and so this is how we get around it and not have it be real speeches. And it's fun, and now they have something to present. Because it was all student directed, like I just gave them class time to work on it. They picked their roles, and the roles actually fit their personalities, which is kind of what you want. You want them to be comfortable with what they're doing. These are the kinds of things that you remember when you leave school. It's when you had a chance to just have fun and be kind of goofy with your friends. It's not what you do in the classroom. Nobody walks out of school thinking that was the best essay I've ever written, but that was the most fun I've ever had.
Performing on stage helps to build more confidence. It allows people to be more expressive and might encourage more people to take part in the plays.
Oh, it was just definitely the laughs. I mean, like you get down to business, you have to learn your roles, but at the same time you can make jokes, laugh a lot, and play around with the script. So it was pretty fun. The funniest moment, the most fun, was probably the scene with Sydney where she was trying to get a hug out of me and I was trying to run away and falling down. I thought that was the most fun to play. More or less how to face a crowd. So I used to have a little bit of trouble with stuff like that, but I think this has helped me work over that. Especially since this play was in French, I think it'll really highlight our French program and hopefully get more people into the French program. I mean, if you can find the time, if it's something you like to do, why not do it, right? I mean, it's fun, you hang out with friends, why not?
A lot of effort is put in by the students to form together a play, and it is rewarding to perform it for the little kids, where Abby says more about it.
I think everyone should do something like this because I think everyone should find something they like and they're good at, because everyone has a talent. So I like spending the time doing it because I love acting, so it was just a fun other acting thing to do. We got to show it to the little younger kids, so I think they enjoyed it.
This is Amy Leung reporting for MCTV.
Let's take a look at some of the upcoming events here at MCHS. The Ultimate MCHS Scavenger Hunt continues until Friday with your Block 1-2 class. Deadline for entries is this Friday, and the winner takes the cake. Roger Champagne Memorial Bike Trip Training Rides begin this Sunday. Meet at 10 a.m. sharp in front of the school. Please bring a CSA-approved helmet and a bike. Kind of necessary. See Mr. Bowda's sign for more info. GH Primo presents The Beauty and the Beast on April 16th and 17th. The play is at the Morville Community Cultural Center. The show starts at 7, doors at 6:30. You can pick up your tickets at Primo or Sobeys, $7 for adults, $4 for students. Democracy is coming to Student Council. If you're interested in joining Student Council, you must now be elected by your peers. Got the winning platform? Pick up a candidate form from the office and have it returned, filled out, to Elections MCHS head, Madame Boucher, by April 19th. Voting takes place May 16th, and be sure to exercise your freedom as a student and get out to vote. Your school, your voice. Make it heard. For these and all other announcements, keep connected by watching the daily announcements, logging onto the school's website at www.mchs.gsacred.ab.ca, or visiting us on Twitter at mchs_wolves.
While one of the biggest blizzards of the winter hit home, I was out enjoying warm weather, grass, and mountain views of British Columbia. A trip that took me from home to Kamloops to my final destination of Mission, BC, located less than an hour away from the host city of the 2010 Winter Olympics, Vancouver. I recorded the scenery of my trip to give people unfamiliar with the diverse landscape of BC an inside look. Most people spent their spring break in the cold weather of Alberta. I traveled to the warm weather of British Columbia. The province lives up to its name, beautiful. Large Rocky Mountain passes, beautiful streams and lakes, high hills, and open fields and vineyards. The weather on the drive up was worse than hoped for, but was well worth it once we made it into the province. Sunshine and no snow. We spent most of the trip hitting up the golf courses, all with beautiful mountain views. Not to mention the amount of Tim Hortons we stopped at in curvy roads it took us to get there. If you ever need a weekend of break and relaxation, head west into our beautiful sister province. Coming up tomorrow on MCTV News, we'll take a sneak peek at the grade 9s and 10s of next year as they checked out our open house, an inside view of the MCHS drama and MCTV classes, as well as some highlights of the grade 9 boys basketball game. Another broadcast bites the dust. Tim, how's it looking for the weather in the front?
Well, like I said, wait 8 days and it'll be so nice you'll forget about this completely.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
For all of us here at MCTV News, I'm Tony Nault.
And I'm Tim Evans.
See you next week, MCHS.
And keep it classy, Morinville.